Hello.
That was dramatic.
People. Look at that. That was overly dramatic. I don't know why it was overly dramatic. Hello. We're back.
All right, Michael. Michael has never seen this movie. I'm sorry.
Well, Michael, I've never seen this movie either. I'm Thomas Wake. I'm not Thomas Wake. I'm Morgan. Janine is not Wolfman's Nards. He's Janine. Although Wolfman's Nards, I'm led to believe, are involved in this movie.
Yes, they are.
Unfortunately,
there are some things about Wolfman I do really like in this movie that happen to him. Okay.
Well, unfortunately, I'm having to watch this movie on my laptop, which is why I'm streaming off my phone, which is why it looks a bit unusual, as opposed to. But it does mean I'm over here in my kind of regular stream setting, which is nice.
Yes.
But I'm not watching this on my television and streaming on my laptop. But it'll work. We'll be fine, and we'll give it a few minutes before we start.
Yes.
Because we don't know if people may want to join us.
Perhaps.
How are you guys doing? If Michael, if you're watching along with us, then I believe we are both currently paused right at the start as the TriStar horse is running out.
TriStar is not a thing anymore, is it?
Do you know what? I don't know. I really don't know. It's a good question. I feel like that's something I probably should know, but I don't. I really hope I don't spend enough time, just touching my phone like this either.
Just sticking your finger in everyone's
really don't
face.
want to be doing that, do I? It's a terrible thing to do. This is the worry of having something on your phone. It's not a very long movie, though, is it?
No, it's like 80 minutes, and they even slowed down the credits roll at the end to pad the time.
Oh my god. Okay. So these first two movies we've done, pretty much all I've heard from the movie as well there, Michael. Wolfman's Nards. What was I going to say? Don't know what I was going to say. These first two movies we've done for the kind of more regular It's a Wonderful Podcast watch-alongs. I hope my audio's fine as well. I'm obviously just using my headphones.
I think you sound good.
Okay. Have been very short movies because we did The Invisible Man last week.
And
1933.
In the reference to Universal Monsters, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're sticking with them. Is the Invisible Man in this movie?
No, I believe we have the creature from the Black Lagoon. We have Frankenstein's monster. We have Dracula, the Mummy, and the Wolfman.
So you got the rest of them. You don't get does the Phantom count? Does the Phantom count?
No, the Phantom just does not appear.
Does the Phantom count, though?
I think so.
I always tend to.
The Phantom of the Opera is not here.
He's not. No, he's
or
not.
In my mind.
Okay. Are you finished?
I'm done. I'm sorry.
I don't mean are you finished in a rude way. I mean, are you finished in a... shall we watch the movie?
Yes.
I hope people can see my turtleneck, even though I've got it. I'm questioning whether to turn this light on or not. I mean, that's just dim, so it'll get brighter.
I don't think it... Oh, okay.
Just gonna leave it, because I think this is fine. I'm comfortable. I'm ready. Janine, are you ready?
I am ready.
Well, then we have right at the very start of the movie, the TriStar horse is literally just about to run out. If people want to watch along with us, that is where we are. So, Janine, do you want to count us down?
Yes. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, you're going to be ahead of me again.
Am I?
Yes, I'm still loading. Okay, now here's the horse. Okay. We're good.
And so I am now off the TriStar picture.
Mine's just finished. Mine's just finished. So yes, you'll be.
Let me do the
a little
quick
pause.
Second pause.
Hey, Taft Entertainment Pictures, Keith Barish Productions.
Tell me. Keep telling.
And 100 years before the story begins, it was a time of darkness in Transylvania.
Perfect.
A time
Dr. Abraham Van Helsing, I like the
and
use
a
of the
small
full
band
name
of
there.
freedom fighters conspired to rid the world of vampires and monsters and to save mankind from the forces of eternal evil.
Eternal evil?
They blew it.
They blew it. Sounds about right. Is this movie stupid?
Yes. There is too much working.
Oh, God. What am I into? What have you got us into? I like that. A graveyard. That's what I want my grave to look like. Look at it. It's got the Grim Reaper.
Yes.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
If you're lucky, you've never. Oh, these actors.
Never heard of him.
I told you, they are discount Goonies.
Never heard of him.
Bargain basement Goonies.
Mary Ellen Trainor, have I heard of you? Possibly.
Maybe. She might be the girl that
Leonardo Cimino? No?
You know, we recently watched Teen Witch, and there was a blonde girl who's kind of like the blonde mean girl. I believe she's a...
Janine, the aesthetic of this movie is phenomenal.
I don't know if you're going to like this, though. I don't know if you're going to like this Dracula introduction.
I don't care.
They thought
incredible.
Dracula coming out of a coffin would be too boring, so they went in another direction.
Does he... I don't know. He's going to dance out of the coffin, isn't he?
He's going to dance until he drops.
Dracula's going to dance out of the coffin, isn't he?
Those armadillos.
Armadillos should be in every horror movie. Armadillos were in the 1931 Dracula, I think.
Oh.
Armadillos. Stan Winston. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know it was Stan Winston movie. Billy got to meet the main kid and the cool one. And this the cool one. Who's that?
Oh, yeah. They're all very stereotypes. There's a fat kid who they proceed to call Fat Kid the whole movie.
Brilliant.
There's a little girl trying to join the monster squad, the annoying little sister. There's the main kid.
That's what Billy said. I got to meet the main kid and the cool one.
Yes, they all are very stereotypical. So here is your Dracula. They chose to make him a bat, sleeping upside down.
Okay. What's wrong with that? I'm into that.
And when asked why they chose to do that, they said because it looked cooler than just coming out of a coffin.
I agree. I agree. I'm actually going to sit back in my chair because
you're gonna relax for this. So we're starting.
I mean, seriously,
we are in grab your torch and pitchfork time.
We are written by Shane Black.
Shane Black. I actually had a little dream. Had this whole Universal's Dark Universe been good,
yes,
I was hoping each movie would build to Shane Black writing on New Monster Squad. That was my little dream.
Well, who's to say that the revamped version of the revamp that I believe started with this year's Invisible Man doesn't go into a monster squad where they're they're actually all just fighting the really terrible people.
The kids from Stranger Things.
Let's just remember how terrible Oliver Jackson Cohen in The Invisible Man is.
Yeah.
He is an awful human being. A sacrifice?
No.
Looks like a sacrifice to me.
It's not a sacrifice.
A witch? Oh, not a witch. A vampire?
They need a virgin to read the words.
A virgin, obviously, yes. Love it. Who are these people that thought I wouldn't like this movie? TJ thinks this is one of the best Wolfman transformations on film. I'm going to hold you to that, TJ.
Yes.
Where is the Wolfman transformation? And is it?
It is great. It looks really good. And I just love there's a whole scene of
Stan
him.
Winston, so
there's a whole scene of him like the guy who's Wolfman, he's like a good guy. He's like, I don't want to hurt anybody. Lock me up.
I like the skeleton.
No. I mean, that looks pretty trash, but 1987, so...
This is a portal to where?
Just away, apparently.
Just away. The wilderness.
And they blew it, so present day.
Oh, that's true, they did, didn't they? Forgot about that.
You forgot they blew it?
That's what they said. That's what they said.
You didn't like my beginning narration of my little fancy old-timey British accent?
Well, if it was anything like your old-timey British accent as your impression of Anne Hathaway from the latest Witches movie, then.
Oh, it's terrible.
Discipline report. So dear.
So they get in trouble because they've been drawing monsters in class instead of paying attention. So that's the main kid.
Well, that's the main kid. Who's the cool one? Who's the other one?
Oh, you'll see, because he has a very cool intro. Because he's cool.
No.
Yes, the Wolfman is. The Wolfman is played by your favorite Uncle Rico from your favorite movie, Napoleon Dynamite.
My favorite movie, Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, that was sarcastic. Because I know you hate. No, the guy who plays the Wolfman in this movie is played by the guy who plays Uncle Rico in Napoleon Dynamite.
Do I hate Napoleon Dynamite?
I remember you telling me you thought it was terrible.
I don't think I thought it was terrible.
I don't remember you telling me.
I don't think it's anything special, but I don't think it was. Well, that's a lie, though, that isn't it? Because, I mean, science is real, but monsters are also real.
And yes, I do need that shirt, too, Billy. Stephen King rules. Apparently, there were some scenes with the movie.
Oh, okay.
Not that you would know anything about Saved by the Bell, but...
Well, I'm sorry that I live in Britain. And grew up in Britain. And have never seen a frame of Saved by the Bell.
Where's Fat Kid?
Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is eating a chocolate bar. This is terrible.
And this kid from the Wonder Years who's a bully and everything.
Yes,
did you know somebody got a 5-point question?
Hair.
Somebody got a Schmodown question. A 5-point question about what this actor's name is. This bully kid.
But he has phenomenal hair.
He does. It's very feathered.
Like it's like what I want my hair to be.
No, please, no. God, no.
Look at my hair.
No.
I mean, there's no need for the homophobia.
Right?
Really, is there?
Not necessary. Okay, wait.
Guess
who stops this? Guess who stops this fight?
Cool kid. Oh God. Oh God, he's lit a cigarette with his damn foot. Oh, he's so cool. Janine, he's so cool.
Right?
I can't handle it.
So cool.
Rudy, his name's Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
was definitely in a vacation movie. Oh. Was he? Looks like somebody that would be in a vacation movie.
And he was in Back to the Future, so that's why they asked that 5-point question.
Actually, he doesn't have good hair from the front. Now he's eating the chocolate bar.
That fell on the floor, which I know now that would be disgusting.
What, you would have eaten chocolate from the floor?
I mean, I don't think people would have cared that much in the 80s, like, especially if he's fat kid, like everyone's telling him he is.
TJ says, eat it and we'll call it a day. Does sound a little bit questionable when you put it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, there's a creepy old man.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Who thought I would not like this movie? Because, seriously, this is the most tropey movie ever, and if I love anything, it's blatant tropes.
Yeah, I mean, even his friends call him Fat Kid.
I mean, I don't care for that.
Well, Chunk was taken, so...
It's true. It's true.
And a little sister, she's so cute, but they won't let her be in the Monster Squad.
His little sister just called Little Sister?
Yeah. No. I think her name's Phoebe.
Scary German guys being particularly scary. I mean, why is he doing that? Why is he creeping behind the curtain? Is he Dracula? Is he secretly Dracula?
Phoebe the Phoebe. Yeah, Phoebe the Phoebe. That's what they call her. So they are transporting a bunch of coffins from probably Transylvania.
Always a bad idea. Always a bad idea, really. I mean, it is possibly my dream job, is to remove coffins from Transylvania and display them around the world.
They never really explain why these coffins
Vampire for you. Vampire for you.
They never
Vampire
explain.
for you, just around the world.
Of course. Time check for me. It's like 13 minutes, 40 seconds, so we should do regular
time check. Are we doing a time check?
We should just do gradual time checks just in case anyone else pops in.
It's Dracula. Dracula's not very sexy in this movie, Ginny.
No, he's very stereotypical, except he doesn't even have a widow's peak. That's just wrong.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a widow's peak. TJ's going to stay here and make spooky sounds. I appreciate that, TJ. Carry on. There's nothing wrong with a bat on a string, by the way.
No.
Bats on strings. With the birth of vampires movies, so we'll keep the bats on strings, please.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Looks so good. Red eyes and everything.
Not sure bats can fly that high.
Well, if it's a vampire bat, I think there's.
He does have a good jawline, to be fair to Dracula. He does have a very good jawline.
How convenient.
Oh, convenient that Dracula has found himself in the Black Lagoon there, Janine.
Yes, and that box that fell, guess who's in that?
The Wolfman, I don't know. Frankenstein's monster. Where's Dr. Frankenstein?
This is a movie where they just call him Frankenstein. Even though they do
disgraceful behavior.
They do reference that they know the difference. Because the cool guy...
I'm just going to sit.
Cool guy wants to join the Monster Squad.
Cool guy's being a perv.
I told you. I told you there was pervs in this movie.
I know, but this is supposed to be cool guy, not perv guy. Where's perv guy?
Okay, so they're giving him a monster test so he can join the monster squad.
Why does he want to join the monster squad? Surely he's too cool for it. I like Michael's comment here. They couldn't have called the kid Porkins or Costello. Fat kid is just so lazy for a couple of nerds.
Right.
If you're going to be mean, at least be creative. You're quite right, Michael. I completely agree.
Yes, so fat kid is what he gets, sadly. I told you, discount bargain basement Goonies.
It really is, isn't it? I mean, it really is.
This is like 2 years after.
Cool Kid's just Josh Brolin.
Essentially. Like, you're hitting all the beats here. Minus no minorities. So.
That's true. It's a fantastic treehouse, actually.
Mm-hmm. And this
Billy,
is also
cool
the mom.
Peeping Tom.
This is also the mom.
Cool guys.
Goonies.
Is it?
Yes,
it is.
It's the same mom from the Goonies.
Billy's being the best here and promoting our things for us again, Janine.
Oh, thank you, Billy. That's Peeping Tom.
Michael wants the dog. Yes, please. I want a car with a diamond-encrusted skull
ornament
on the front.
Okay, well, get a car, and I will oblige you, sir.
No, you need a good car, but you need a car with a big grill on the front. Can't just have any old car. Dracula,
would you drive an old-timey car like that?
Yeah, 100% I would.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that. I like that little flash there.
Mm-hmm.
I like that little flash of a skull.
Yeah, you're gonna hate this movie, Morgan.
Apparently so.
Groundhog Day.
Michael makes another good point here. How do you mix up Dracula and Godzilla? Yeah, it's pretty difficult to do that. To be fair. Although imagine that. Imagine those roles reversed. Imagine a 60-foot tall Dracula destroying Tokyo.
I mean, I think I would prefer seeing
with
that.
laser fire, with fire beams coming out of his mouth.
What if he's a giant
and then
bat just destroying things?
Just Godzilla being a suave aristocrat in Romania. The dad is the stereotypical overworked cop. That makes sense, Billy. It's an 80s movie.
Oh, see, I love this. I love that he's here. Like, I'm a werewolf. Lock me up. I don't want to hurt anybody. Lock me up. And they just won't listen to him.
Just shut up, guy.
Yeah. But I like that he's like a good guy and he doesn't want to hurt people.
That's always the case with werewolves, though. Look, watch the Wolfman.
He's very tortured.
You watch the Wolfman. Lon Chaney Jr. is delightful, but he just becomes a werewolf. It's a curse. Bela Lugosi gives him. Oh, the mother's not happy about that.
No. Oh no.
Well, it's a conveniently placed moon.
Right. Like, just he's asking you to lock him up.
I mean, he is. Can't blame the man. Or shoot him. And now the mummy's involved.
It just has wandered off.
This is moving very quickly.
Now you know why it's only 82 minutes long.
Where is this movie set?
In the Warner Brothers back lab.
No, okay. I'm just questioning why there's an Egyptology display in this museum.
Yeah, no.
Because let's be fair, Britain stole most of Egypt, so we have it. Even though Egypt
probably city in California, because there's a part where the cop is shooting.
Walking very.
I think the cop is like shooting at Dracula, and you can actually see Murtaugh's house behind him.
Brilliant.
So,
I'd just like to also point out here that the mummy here is a bandage mummy, not a fez wearing Boris Karloff.
Yes. So,
fortunately,
that will come into play.
What, the fact that he doesn't wear a fez, or the fact that he does wear a fez?
The fact that he
Billy, I like Billy's comment here. Britain stole most of everything.
The fact that he is a bandage mummy.
A bandage mummy.
He tried to tell you.
He did in his. Okay, well, let's watch this wolf transformation then, TJ. Wasn't much of a wolf transformation there. It was just a quick cut. Just his foot. I mean, I like that. Is there another wolf transformation?
I believe there is, but I can't remember.
It's like the Midwest. Yeah, I mean, if it's the Midwest, why the hell is there an Egyptology display in this museum?
Keep it safe from you British people. Steal all the artifacts.
We are terrible people. I mean, we were truly dreadful. I mean, we still are dreadful people. Oh, TJ.
Okay, TJ says, yeah, there's another one.
Officer, if you can't hear him, perhaps stop shouting yourself.
Right?
And listen to him.
Yes. He can hear you.
Oh, a snake. I wonder where this is.
Oh, yes. We're all being mentally summoned, apparently.
Mentally summoned?
I mean, I don't think they really explain it.
But why do you need to? Why do you need to?
You only have 82 minutes.
Exactly. I mean, do I like this werewolf design or do I hate this werewolf design? I like the mummy design.
Really
I must admit. He's not kind of like some bandage mummies you get, like a huge hulking things.
Yes.
Like a mummy would just
bandage.
be a mummy would be skin and bones skeleton. In bandages.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a big old guy like Under Wraps, that Disney Channel movie.
Or a Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo like big hulking mummies. Avengers eat your heart out, yeah. And Dracula is now summoning.
That's why I was so excited about my idea of the Dark Universe actually being good, and
it literally
breeding. You know, Shane Black is still working, so like for him to come back to it all these years later and write a new Monster Squad for today, building off of the Dark Universe, you know, actually being good and building up those movies, that would have been so effing cool. But
it would. It would. It would have been. It really would have been. They just can't do it.
See, they address in this movie that they know the difference between the guy and the monster, but they still are calling him Frankenstein. So
I just like how the box just blatantly said Frankenstein on it.
Right.
Like, I wonder who this is.
Oh, and look at this. Look how they revive him. The little ears of his stick electrodes.
Oh my god. Where have they had that from? Where's the lightning storm?
It's not explained.
And
it's not explained.
but do you know what? The Gillman's design is pretty good, actually. It's not.
Yeah,
well, there's the lightning.
I'm just telling you, so poor guy was glued into that thing, and he only could see pea-sized holes of the eyes, and of course they're kind of weirdly placed, so he could not see anything.
Terrible.
And so he couldn't get out of that suit because
Is that why his kind of head's all over the place, just not really knowing Werewolf looks like he has no neck.
He's doing the monster mash.
He's doing the monster mash. That's what I thought, Michael, actually. The Wolfman's snout is not pronounced enough for the way the rest of his head is.
Yeah.
Or maybe we're just fixated on American Werewolf in London and the way that werewolf looks.
Perhaps. That one looked really good.
I love that. I'm going to use that. That's my new favourite. Screw every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. Whenever it's lightning, monsters come.
Right? I like that. Monsters being revived.
Whenever it's lightning, someone somewhere is creating a Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
She ain't having no sweet dreams. Can I just say how... Right. Sorry. I don't know why this is now fixated on me. Oh, there's some shouting going on.
She doesn't like that he's so dedicated to his policeman's job. How dare he? That whole kind of argument.
Yes. We don't really need to listen to it because we know what's going to happen.
Yes, Michael. So good, that transformation.
Oh, it is in American Werewolf in London. My God. Perfect.
I had never seen that movie all the way through, and I did last year for the first time. So good.
Speaking of other great special effects artists, Rick Baker. For that one.
Behind the Thriller video as well.
And the Thriller video. Which Thriller came on at work the other day, and I was trying to. It wasn't very loud though, and I was just waiting. Where's
turn up
Price?
The Prince part. When he says y'all's neighborhood, I was like,
where is Vincent Price?
Vincent Price just said y'all's neighborhood, and I'm just like, that is the coolest thing ever. He just got all hood with it, and I was so there for it.
He got hood with it, and Vincent Price can get away with it.
Yes. Because he could have just said, we're here to terrorize your neighborhood, but he said y'all's neighborhood.
Before all that, I was about to say the ridiculous way in which that little girl went to sleep was a little bit next level. Who goes to sleep? Who's after their mother has exited the room and said good night, shut the door? Who then turns around and literally goes face first into their pillow?
Oh look!
You know what? I like that. I'm into that. It's a nice, good shot there. Well done, Monster Squad, for being legit horror.
This kid has a cool room. I want to have that room.
Well done, Monster Squad, for being a legit horror movie for a minute there.
Billy just wants everybody's clothes in this movie.
Billy wants everybody's clothes. Billy, you can't have everybody's clothes. Everybody would then not be wearing any clothes, and it would then be a very different film. You can't have it.
The dad was like, see, there's nothing in here, and he didn't even look.
He's a moron. I mean, the treehouse is impressive. What's a squad?
What's a squad? I don't know, guys. We just had to use it because Goonies was taken.
They don't even hide it, do they?
Mm-mm.
Billy has good
Not
taste in
silver
clothes. I don't doubt that, Billy. Do you have as good taste in clothes as me currently, dressed as Thomas Wake from White House? They are horrible to this boy.
Oh, he gets a moment, so it's okay.
I hope he does, but they are dreadful to him.
Like Billy probably didn't meet him because if you watch Zach Morris's Trash, he probably fucking killed himself.
Oh my god.
If you watch this Funny or Die series, Zach Morris's Trash, this guy literally narrates a whole episode of Saved by the Bell where Zach does something terrible because Zach's whole thing is like pull some kind of prank, some like get ahead scheme, right? In every episode of Saved by the Bell. So he will share an episode where Zach is doing something deplorable. Like he goes to meet this girl that he met, and he goes to meet her, and then he finds that he's in a wheelchair, and then he like gets really like uncomfortable. And then he is fine with it, but he's like over exaggerating, like they're at the movies. And he's like, "Excuse me, sir, you need to move because my girlfriend's in a wheelchair," and like totally embarrasses her like at every turn. And like, so it's a really bad, like the guy, it's funny that he just points out all these trash things that Zach Morris does. So then at the end of like his analysis of the episode, and he says, "And then we never see this wheelchair girl again because she probably fucking killed herself." And there's like one word with a fat girl, and he's like mean to a fat girl. And then at the end, he's nice to her, and he dances with her at the dance. And then we're like, "And we never see this fat girl again because she probably fucking killed herself." Because the whole episode, Zach is like terrible to these people. So yeah, they never heard from this kid again because he probably fucking killed himself.
The design of Frankenstein's monster is terrible.
He doesn't have the flat top head.
I don't like that. Where is the... I mean, I don't have to have the flat top head in my Frankenstein's monster because, you know, Christopher Lee's Frankenstein's monster. But
he's got the bolts and the stitching.
He's got the bolt, but the hair.
Do you want him to be more green?
He looks like... He looks like Jack Nicholson.
I was just going to say that hairstyle.
He looks like Jack Nicholson.
So why is Frankenstein green?
Well, Frankenstein
was he described like that in the novel, in the book?
No. Frankenstein in the novel is... Here's one for you. Frankenstein in the novel has long, flowing, luscious hair. Like, legit, he looks like Tarzan.
Just with stitching in his head.
He looks like Tarzan. He's not green or grey in any way. He's a human-coloured person.
Okay.
The green...
At what point did society decide to make him green when it was color?
When the makeup Boris Karloff had to wear, when it was photographed in colour, looked green.
Okay.
When it was actually grey.
So we do get some like a weird turn into some tragic Holocaust reference.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Why?
It's subtle, but it's like, oh, where did that come from?
The movie confuses me. Michael makes a good point here. As cool.
Oh, and see, here's a little homage to Frankenstein meeting a little girl by the water.
Oh, a good point.
So they have this book, and it has stuff about Van Helsing and things, but they can't read it because it's in German. So that's why they go to scary German guy. And he turns out to be nice, like in Home Alone.
Of course he is.
Terrible. He's a nice German man. So he helps them translate this book.
I love the old man in Home Alone. He's so wholesome.
Yes.
With his shovel. and his death stare. I was about to
scary
say,
German guy's bitching.
I was about to say Michael had a good point where the cool guy had elevated to taking pictures of naked people now.
Yes, because that's really cool.
I mean, he's not really cool then, is he? Why are we calling him cool guy? He's a dreadful person.
He's blatant stereotypes, just hilarious.
Oh. Michael also says that's kind of how Frankenstein's monster was in Penny Dreadful, with long, full locks.
Okay.
Like that. No, I mean, if you read Frankenstein, it couldn't be less like the 31 movie if it wanted to be, really. It's so unbelievably different.
Yeah.
But it's a good read. It's here. I've got it on the shelf here. Where is it?
Is it very long?
Here it is.
No. Okay.
So, I mean, let's have a look. I mean, it opens with letters. It's one of those. It's in 2 volumes.
Okay. Well, that's doable read.
It is, in this copy, it appears to be about 230 pages.
Okay.
In one of those. Ceremony.
So he's talking about the ceremony that Van Helsing tried to do, opening up the portal to limbo, where the damned dwell. A vortex which, like a great whirlwind, can swallow the forces of evil forever.
Scary German guy.
So that's where that
scaring the children.
So this is Van Helsing's like diary or whatever.
I mean, it's impressive that they've managed to get Van Helsing's diary.
Well, the mom, I think the mom found it in the house, and she's like, "Oh,
in the house."
I can't remember where
what
the mom
we have laying
it.
around.
Yeah, the mom
Van Helsing's diary.
I don't remember if she got it. I can't remember how she got it, but she said she found it and gave it to him.
That would literally be like, look what I have lying around the house.
Van Helsing.
Shakespeare's manuscripts. Do you have those?
Why? You're British. It's possible. It's highly plausible.
It really isn't. For several reasons.
Oh, see, here it is. Here it is. Oh. Did you see that? Do you have any words for that? You sure do know a lot about monsters.
I mean, I understand that I have just sighed heavily right into the microphone. But yeah, I mean, okay, fair enough, but wow.
That awkward smile emoji.
Pretty much. I mean, yes, okay. A fair point was made. And is that going to be that?
A subtle nod to the Holocaust? Yes.
Just a little nod, just a gentle one.
Just to show why he's helping them, because he knows about monsters. I don't know. Oof.
I mean, there's different types of monsters, though, isn't there? I mean, there's nice monsters like Dracula.
And then there's human monsters.
And there's actual horrific people.
Yeah. So, obviously, this ended very differently than in the Frankenstein movie, little girl meeting Frankenstein's monster by the water.
I'm just still a little bit confused by that.
I tried to warn you. I tried to give you a heads
up. You did. So no, the Frankenstein's monster here doesn't presumably doesn't drown Phoebe to death. Does he not? No. Oh, in the light, I actually prefer that look.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Just in the dark, shadowy, it's where it should look cool. It doesn't.
Weirdly. I'm just always so used. I just constantly just watch Carla Frankenstein over and over and over again.
This is kind of your sloth situation.
Oh, I see.
So Dracula has sent him out to do his bidding, but he ends up befriending this little girl instead, not listening to Dracula.
Well, if it was a really a sloth situation, he'd be befriending Fat Kid, wouldn't he? Really?
Well, I mean, they had to change it up a little bit.
Oh, they had to change that up though. They couldn't be absolutely blatant, could they not? They've already been blatant. DJ says rock until you drop. I plan on rocking until I drop. And dancing. And until my feet fall off. Yeah.
And with that, I need another drink. Thank you, Holocaust.
Janine needs more wine. I should have brought some wine. It's not really a wine movie, though, is it? When we watch a fancy movie,
sophisticated. That is why I'm drinking bottled wine, plastic bottled wine in a plastic glass.
Brilliant. When we do watch like a ridiculously overly fancy movie, I'll crack out the wine.
Okay. Well, when you get your fancy chair, they're fancy.
Oh yes, that's true as well. I'm not getting that.
And you just get to swirl it. Just swirl it like it's a brandy.
Yeah. Oh my God, Frankenstein's monster is now taking pictures. Right.
Good Frankenstein. Good Frankenstein. Bogus. Looking at the girl through the window. Bogus.
Confused by it.
A mask of himself.
A mask of himself. He doesn't like that. He didn't like that, did he?
Oh, you're making him feel terrible about himself. Oh. And then your obligatory and like end of a happy commercial scene, which could be just at the end of the movie, but it's just randomly in the middle of the movie. It's like end of a Kodak commercial.
Look at the size of Frankenstein's platforms.
Yes. How can he dance until he drops?
Because he'll fall over his damn platforms. He'll break his ankle.
Oh, that's how his feet will fall off.
Wolfman's got a good grip for being a wolf.
Yeah, like he was like, don't.
Using a hammer and a lantern.
Lock me up. But here I am all calmly with my lantern in my hand. I'm ready for some construction work on the DIY network. Renovations with Wolfman.
Who's this now? What's that?
It's his amulet.
An amulet.
My prize.
Calm down, Dracula. Wolfman looks more like a cat than a dog.
Are you ready? Are you ready for a montage? Yeah. Are you ready? Oh, yeah. Didn't think you were going to get it this quick, did you?
No. Oh, Cool Kid does woodwork as well.
Oh, no. But what is he really doing?
He's woodwork.
Making steaks.
Oh.
Until your feet fall. Yeah.
That's your heart stops. It's dangerous.
Yeah. And let me get a little ET scene of your creature dressing up
in a veil. Dear army guys, come quick! There are monsters. Brilliant. Where are you sending that?
Look at Michael. Oh no, montage.
There's nothing wrong with a good montage, Michael.
Oh yeah, well this guy's he's in business. He's making business cards.
Oh my god, I love this.
We got cool guy making silver bullets. Yeah.
Cool guy's making all the cool things like the weapons, because weapons are so cool.
He's the weapons guy because he's the cool guy.
Weapons and violence, it's so cool. We're not just be.
Where's
oh my god,
silver?
you have stolen all the silverware.
I can tell you, Josh.
I'm not.
And
I don't like the morals.
I've been singing this song wrong for so long.
I do not like the morals of this movie.
Yeah, look, he's
What's
stealing
he doing
all the
now?
weapons. He's stealing.
Stop stealing weapons.
Hey, he made half of them.
Fight with the monsters, not against them. How much money did Pepsi give this movie?
Oh, Frankenstein accidentally took a scandalous picture. So
of course he did. These guys need to stop being pervs.
So apparently Shane Black and the other guy who wrote this movie didn't really collaborate very much. They wrote everything pretty much separately, except for one line coming up said by the fat kid.
One line needed to be wrote by both.
They wrote together. The rest of it, they kind of didn't really collaborate all that much.
I'll give you that one, TJ.
Pepsi handled the entire budget.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look that low.
That makes sense. He's keeping Wolfman here. Oh, got some girls for feeding.
For feeding?
Feeding times. Dracula.
I thought the Wolfman was eating people.
No, he's back to being human again.
I know he's back to being. That's what I thought you meant, though. Dracula makes sense, feed on.
Yeah, no, he opened the thing for those girls so he could just have a snack. Talking about your whip.
Oh, wait a minute. Did they have to combine to write the line Wolfman's got knives?
No, you would think they would, but they didn't. There's a whole line Fat Kid talks about, couldn't we just be the bird squad? Where we look at birds or something.
The bird squad.
The nature squad, where we just...
You want to be the perv squad. That's what they want to be.
Yeah. Oh, this is the phone booth that TJ was talking about.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
So I don't know, maybe the family, the main kid is like a descendant of Van Helsing, and that's why they had that book somewhere in their basement or some shit. I don't remember.
I mean, it didn't take very long, TJ, but I'll give you it.
Yeah, it looked pretty good, right?
Nice, good little transformation,
spitting up some.
Yeah, good little transformation. That better than.
And he tried to call the guy and say, he's gonna kill your son. You need to stop him.
Better than Prisoner of Azkaban. Never liked the wolf. Never liked Lupin Werewolf, to be honest with you. I always think he looks weird.
It was very digital.
It's just, I don't like skin and bones, no fur werewolves.
Oh.
I'm sure I said this. I'm sure I said this on an episode of the main show, and Nolan laughed at me for saying it. I prefer my werewolves hairier.
You don't like the nakedy ones?
No.
Oh, we have to just give this guy some love because, like I told you, what he had to go through when he was underwater as well, glued into that shit with pee hole size eye
Gill,
holes
man.
to see through. Yes.
I was about to call him Mr. Gill then, but then I realised that I used to have a history teacher called Mr.
Oh yes,
Gill.
Billy. Wolfman is up to how play.
Jambalaya, okay.
Ooh, delicious. So this blonde girl.
A woman? They're not allowed women up here, are they? I thought it was a
well, they know
exclusive...
for the ritual, they need a virgin.
Oh, ritual. Oh, right. Well.
So this was the girl from Teen Witch who was like the popular girl before the witch became the popular girl.
Would this go in a double feature with Teen Witch? No.
I would think more with Goonies, perhaps. You could complain.
Yeah, you could put it with
compare the genericness of these movies.
I mean, but Goonies is an actual... I mean, this is a good movie. I mean, a good movie in the sense that I'm really enjoying watching this.
Yeah, like you don't need a lot of things explained. You just kind of go with it because it's kind of cool. The premise is really cool to get these monsters. Who cares why, how Dracula's getting these monsters?
Nobody cares. I don't care. But Goonies is kind of like an actual good adventure movie.
Because I watched like the angry video game nerd guy. He kind of did a review of this. And one of the guys who was reviewing it with them that was his first time watching it.
Just gonna put that
this is the line.
There,
this is the combined line that they worked on together. Wow, Billy, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well, Billy. Oh, that's nice.
See, so I guess they just have some kind of telepathic sensibility to know. I don't know.
Which is fine. We don't need to explain that any further.
But Frank is on their side. See this line right here. So that was the one line that the two writers of this movie worked on together.
Feel like they didn't need to do that.
No. So yeah, they don't really explain like why he gets them together. Yes, he wants his amulet and he wants monsters to kind of rule everything.
Which makes sense. Plan. Why?
But it doesn't really explain like why his coffin was moved and how he can get them to all, how he can just summon all of them, why he gets to be the leader. Yeah. So like I was saying, I was watching that. I was watching that angry video game nerd review, and the one guy who had seen it for the first time before the review was kind of complaining about all those things. About there was some fun stuff, but like they didn't explain anything.
I just like how Billy's saying this isn't trying to be Citizen Kane. Could you imagine if it was?
Yeah, right. Like they were really like
this movie was trying to be Citizen Kane.
Epic. Oh no, they crushed the muscle. Oh, wait for it. It's coming up.
Frank. They actually call him Frank.
The epic line is coming up.
The one line everybody knows from the movie. Oh, who decided that was the revolt?
Time check. 55 minutes.
55 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
That was sudden.
Kick him in the nuts! Kick him in the nuts!
Brilliant.
This does answer a question. Aside from does Wolfman have nards, it answers another question.
Does it?
If Wolfman is killed by another means besides silver, like tried to be destroyed in other ways, what happens to him?
What if he isn't killed appropriately?
Yes.
He doesn't die. He can't be killed.
What if you blow him up?
He fall. I don't know. That's a good point. Do you have an answer? Is there an answer?
There is an answer.
Oh, okay.
So this was a facade.
Spirit Wolfman.
This was an empty facade in Warner Brothers backlot, and they turned it into a diner.
You know, I always thought Wolfman's Got Nards was like, rather than like, I'm very surprised that the Wolfman has balls. I thought it was more like, oh look, the Wolfman's got like balls, like he's brave.
Oh,
I always thought it was like
he has actual.
I think the wolf. No, I didn't think it was literal in any way, and apparently it just is.
Had you heard the term nards before? Any of this?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah,
do you guys use nards there?
No, but I know that it's for that.
For that.
But what I'm saying is that I thought the phrase was like, wow, Wolfman's got nards, as in like, you go Wolfman,
balls on him.
rather than just like, oh, I've just booted him in the balls, and he actually did something. Well done, me.
Okay, you officially need to clip that part out and share it to advertise our next watch along. Okay.
Well, someone can if they want to.
Please.
If they want to, someone can.
Billy.
I mean, I could do.
I'm looking at you.
I could do.
It's no Harriet the Tubman moment, but we'll try.
No, it's not, because I meant to say exactly what I just said.
Or Frank mistaking Creed for Nickelback. We were talking about Creed, and he just started singing, "Look at this photograph," and I'm like, that's Nickelback.
I also haven't fallen out of my chair.
Yeah, neither have I. So we're doing one better.
We're doing okay. Mm-hmm. An old church in the town plaza. I wonder what church that could be.
Oh, yes.
Honest to God, if it's the same goddamn church. Where's the church? I've seen this church enough times this week. How much cherry vomits in this church this time? Billy, you do have the mind of an 8-year-old, and that's
cherry vomit. Yes.
Is it going to be full of cherry vomit?
Here we go.
And it's running over the mummy. I really do like the design of the mummy, I must say.
Well, I told you his bandages would come into play, didn't I?
Oh, just, yeah. I feel like that was a very clever pun from Billy there.
Unravels pretty quickly.
I mean, it's a clever way of disposing of a bandaged mummy.
Bandaged mummy, yes.
I mean, I don't quite know how the arrow takes the weight of a body.
Yeah, you know? If it's a bony, dusty body. That's
I suppose mummies are very, very old things, you know. They're a good 2,500-year-old. No, he's just a skull.
A skull left behind.
He has faith in himself, that guy. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
The scream of that man. Have a cherry. I should have had a cherry. Should have brought a bowl of cherries.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
I didn't know the car was a ghost car.
It is.
But now it's not, because it's just careered through the fence.
Yes, he can pick and choose.
And why just destroy the back of the car? Just lift it up nicely like everybody else does.
Who wants
Go on, Dracula. Chill out.
Around in a hearse?
Dracula's too aggressive in this movie.
Uh-oh.
Like, the man needs to be calmer. Now he's got dynamite. There's no need for it.
The tree house.
Oh, it's Schwarzenegger over here.
Meeting adjourned. See, so apparently the Monster Squad kid lives across the street from Murtaugh.
What's a 1035?
Oh no!
Vampire on the loose.
Partner! Oh! Of course, the black dude dies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's blatantly obvious there.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna have a drink for my fallen homie.
Just give some side eye.
Mm-hmm.
Is that man an idiot? I think he is. I mean, I do like the bat transformation.
Yeah.
They're very smooth.
Now you're gonna keep bitching about my job, lady. Look what I'm dealing with. They just try to blow up our kids. There's a vampire turning into a bat. You better leave me alone, lady.
Why does he talk like that now?
I don't know.
You're making him sound like a pimp from a blaxploitation movie.
Bitch, because I'm bumming about my job. Dealing with some fucking vampires. See,
look how strut around like that. What was his name? What's his name? What's the pimp's name from Coffee?
Oh, I don't remember. He got a whole song too. It was like King.
Oh, he does. He does have a song. What is his name?
See, here's the church.
Yeah.
Burger King.
The Brides of Dracula.
Yeah, those three women he had blocked away.
The Brides of Dracula. I know Burger King must have given him some money as well there.
Yeah. Yeah, cool guy.
Cool kid.
Come on, cool guy.
Cool guy will probably just take pictures of him.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
No, it worked. Fair play to cool guy. I mean, really just stab them? Is he an idiot? Well, he's done it now. Okay.
Uh-oh, here he comes.
And the dad comes to save the day after he's been terrible the whole movie. Oh, Billy, was that at the con? They were selling. I like that. At the con, they were selling steaks they made themselves and Stephen King rules shirt.
How come you didn't get one, Billy?
You might have done. Oh, I love that. I like that. I'm into that.
Oh, but look who's behind him. Oh my gosh.
Where is he? Where is Nars?
That was very stunty. Like the guy ran before he got thrown. Like he ran and then he let him throw him.
Really didn't have any money, Ginny.
They gave it all to the Goonies. Oh my gosh, see, look. Wolfman got blown up.
Wolfman did get blown up.
But is that a typical way to kill a Wolfman?
No, it is not. Okay. But it depends when it gets blown up. Did he get blown up by Silver?
What is going to happen?
He's going to reform. He's going to crawl back together like a zombie. Brilliant. I mean, it's not just me thinking this, is it? But, you know, scary German guy. I mean, what's going on with his head?
Yeah.
Why is it shaped like that?
That's terrible.
I mean, it is terrible. But his hair's not helping him. If that man was bald, he would look absolutely fine.
But it didn't do anything. Where's the limbo?
Idiots.
What happened?
Again, the dad proving that he's just a moron.
Hey, he tried.
There's no use trying if you don't do it right. Do or do not. There is no try, says Yoda.
He doesn't know the difference between Godzilla and Dracula.
He's an idiot. I do not like the dad. And seriously, the amount of people that are shooting monsters.
Oh my god. Well, Steve, but he doesn't count. Wow. So this girl's really not a virgin.
And it does, though. So, sorry.
And the fact that this girl,
Steve who? Who's Steve?
And the fact that girl is what, like 16, 17, and she's not a virgin.
It's different in this country. It's different in this country.
So he did it. He did it. He put his silver bullets that he made. He's like, thank you.
Oh my god. That's like legit Wolf. you know what? Right? I like the
I loved that. Like, I love from the moment. Like, he's like legit. Screaming for them to lock him away. Him trying to help.
I'm into that.
I loved all the Wolfman stuff in this movie. And this poor guy getting beat up, glued up all up in his suit. Is she a version?
Brilliant. Oh my life.
I'll help her.
The fact the question has to be asked.
And they never specifically say it has to be a girl, but you just have to kind of assume that it has to be a girl.
I mean, it does really. If we're going by absurdly traditional monster tropes, I'm just terrified that the question has to be asked.
You can't miss Fat Kid's moment. You can't miss Fat Kid's moment.
Okay, stop calling him Fat Kid. That's a terrible name.
Well,
Billy thinks it was Steve Harrington who was the Steve in question. He's just straight up murdered the girl, man. Michael makes another good point here. So the guns don't work. Let's try tackling the monster. As though you're playing football.
Yeah, Fat Kid.
All right, Horace.
Cocking the gun like that. Go, Phoebe, go.
Hey, hold right there a minute, says that pathetic man. Oh my god. Did Dracula just straight up behead that man? Has this turned into Twilight all of a sudden?
I think it just was sad.
I'd like to think he just did what Michael Sheen did in Twilight and Breaking Dawn.
Ripped the head off.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Is he going to murder that child? Dracula, you can't murder that child. Dracula, you can't eat that child. No
he calls a little girl who's 5 years old a bitch. Dracula just called a 5-year-old little girl a bitch.
Janine, I do not like Dracula in this movie in the slightest. Did Frankenstein's monster just call Dracula bogus?
He did, because that's the cool word he learned from his
cool
human
word
friends.
In 1987, yeah.
Yes.
That little girl cannot speak German.
She's trying.
She is trying, but she can't do it. And the point is that we have to have.
She did do a good job. Than that fake version.
The fake version.
Well, that's what the other kid called her, a version.
Version. Is she a version?
That's what my subtitles it said, VERSHION. So you're the main kid, so we have to give you some kind of little hero moment, even though you didn't really do anything.
You didn't do anything in this movie. Main kid is the least main kid of them all.
So we have to give you the final.
He uses the stake, to be fair to him there. He's got the stake involved.
Yeah. And here is Van Helsing coming out of the
Van Helsing back from the depths of hell or wherever he's been.
Yeah, and he gives a thumbs up.
Brilliant.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine Van Helsing? Get out, Monster Squad. That's ridiculous holding the dog behavior. By the
tail. Have you ever held a dog by their tail? You'd be freaking the fuck out. And now it's the Wizard of Oz.
It is. Spinning house, spinning house, spinning house.
Don't go away.
He has to go. He has to go back to his own time. Oh, it's a little bit overly emotional, though, isn't it?
Oh, she gives him her little stuffed bear.
I'm still focused on the fact that literal Van Helsing has just come in and gone like that. Well done, guys. Seriously.
Okay, Michael, what are you feeling? What are you feeling on your first ever watch of the Monster Squad, Michael?
Yeah. As it draws to a close. The thumbs up truly has killed me off. There. Seriously, everything. I mean, the weird Holocaust reference as well.
That's right.
And that thumbs up has just.
I appreciate what they were trying to do, but it was it just did not.
They did not do it. They did not do it.
I get they were trying
to
establish.
Is an abysmal person.
Hey, he tried. He
He is a moron.
I mean, normal people aren't going to know that you can't just blow up Wolfman and he's going to come back. And look, his note. Hey, army guys. Hey, army guys.
Yeah. How did that message get to them exactly? Why did they take note of it?
Who's Eugene?
And why are they... Oh, we have the business card. Billy has a Monster Squad business card.
And they did the long credits extra
pathetically slow.
They did that to pad the runtime. And listen to this Monster Squad rap.
Oh God, it's awful.
The mummy and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah.
Janine.
So, Morgan.
I'm turning it off.
It's the Monster Squad. You don't want to hear this song.
No, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
Well, you can hear in the background of mine.
Billy, top that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Morgan.
Yes.
How did you? What are your thoughts? Please tell me.
Wow.
How are you feeling?
I've just no idea really what's just happened. Why is it?
Well, I mean, there was a good moment where you were pretty into it. So
there was, okay. But then the thumbs up happened.
That really killed the whole movie for you.
Just what's going on? That may be one of the honest to God. Sorry, I'm talking. I should talk like that. That may be one of the honest to God best, just absolutely ridiculous movies I've ever watched. Like, I can't remember a time where I have truly sat through a whole movie and gone, this is unbelievably stupid, but I'm actually enjoying it. But there was just two parts that I've just gone, no. And the thumbs up and the weird ass Holocaust reference just took me over the edge, I'm afraid. I've no idea. I'm speechless.
Okay, but final consensus of everything you saw.
Final consensus was I would watch that movie again.
Okay.
I'm not convinced it's a Halloween frequent watch.
Okay.
But why is it so quick?
I don't know. I don't know why they chose to make a show so short. Like they cut things
weird
out.
Romantic subplot.
I don't know.
That there should have been. There
know.
Should definitely have been a weird romantic subplot to pad 10 minutes. Or 7 minutes or something like that.
Something. Yeah, I don't know why they rushed and like cut things out. Like they could have added more. It was only 82 minutes or something like that.
It's the moment that inspired the thumbs up in T2. It probably is.
Yeah.
I mean, that thumbs up. I remember when we watched T2. Go and listen to.
But that was actually something that like he learned. Van Helsing wasn't even around. He didn't learn about thumbs up.
That's what I mean. Van Helsing in the goddamn 18th century just turns around. All right, okay, I'll give you 19th century. I'll give you 19th century. Okay, just turns around going, "Hello, guys, get out." It's Van Helsing.
But it's become a cult classic, like just the concept.
You can see why this movie didn't make any money at the box office. I can also see why it's become a cult classic. Now, look, I'm telling you, I would watch that movie again.
Did that "Rock Until You Drop" song. I'm pretty sure he's the same guy who did "Maniac" from Flashdance.
Is he really?
I think so.
I would watch that movie again. I enjoyed that movie. I was just completely taken over the edge by a couple of moments.
Yes, I tried to warn you.
And if I was to watch that again, when I watch that again, because I will watch that again, I will again be taken aback by those two particular moments and just end up going like that.
But I mean, you have to admit, this is kind of the last time you got to see these monsters in that classic kind of vein.
Yes, that's true. But would I rather watch any other? Possibly. Possibly. I'm not saying yes. I'm saying possibly. No, I'm saying no. I'm saying yes.
Okay.
But there we go.
That was the Monster Squad, Morgan.
It was. Billy again says top that.
Monsters.
Let's try and top that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and watch the rest of... I'm just going to go and watch the actual Universal Monsters movies now.
I'm not sure what our theme is. I don't know if we are going to have themes or we're just going to say, hey, these are the movies we want to watch.
No, I don't know, but there'll be 2 more in November.
So we will put polls up. I'll pick mine. Morgan will pick his. You guys vote, and that will be the 2 movies we watch. So Morgan will always pick one. I will pick one.
That's how it's going to work. Is it just the patrons that are voting on the poll, or is it everybody?
I think patrons will get to vote on the poll.
Okay, so if people want to become patrons,
they can. And this is at the $1 tier. You can vote and help us pick things for these watch-alongs, which we'll do twice a month. So,
and that is patreon.com/itsawonderful1, or just It's a Wonderful Podcast on Patreon. You can go there, find the tier that's right for you. Those polls will be going up. The watch-alongs have been so fun, Janine.
Yes, this is our second official one. I mean, we did one of Twilight, but that wasn't
official. No, that was just a fun thing.
Yeah,
that we did. But this is the second official It's a Wonderful Podcast watch.
It's a wonderful watch-along.
Or you could, yes, it's a wonderful watch-along. You're quite correct.
Yes.
I've loved it. There we go. Join the Patreon if you want to join the Patreon. Find the shows Morgan hasn't seen, Machine Mondays, and It's a Wonderful Podcast, the main show itself, on the It's a Wonderful Podcast feed on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Castbox, and everywhere else you can find podcasts. It's everywhere. Or just on Twitter at It's a Wonderful One. Find me on Twitter at the Purple Dome with the 3 instead of the E in the because, Janine.
3 is the magic number.
And all your good stuff is out there.
You can find me at Janine Devine on Twitter and Instagram. Please check out our Patreon and It's a Wonderful One on patreon.com. And if you want to get any merch for our shows or check out any of my artwork, you can find all of that at my TeePublic shop at G9Design on teepublic.com.
Well, there we go. Thank you, guys, for tuning in live. Thank you for watching later. For those who watch later, I hope you had fun as well in watching this back. We'll be back with the next one. Check it out. See what's going on. You'll see. Check the socials. All the good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you guys for hanging
I'm glad
out
Michael
with us.
had fun as well. I'm glad Michael had fun with his first time watch. That's very good. Love it. Well, there we go. I think, Janine, Billy's going to go and watch The Descent now, which sounds perfect. What a double feature you're in for tonight, Billy.
Yes.
Or this afternoon with the Monster Squad and The Descent. That's fascinating as a double feature. I love that. Well, there we go, I think, Janine. Is there only one thing left to do? Do you want to do it in an impression of whoever you want from Monster Squad?
Oh, I guess a stereotypical Dracula.
Sure.
There were a lot of stereotypical
the Count from
movie.
Sesame Street, basically.
A 3, 2, 1,
Bye.
Bye.